fascia is a connecting tissue in our body. If you're gonna imagine an orange and you're gonna take off the skin of the orange, you have this white fluff which is holding the orange together, right? So imagine the same thing we have in our body. It's like a layer of tissue, connecting tissue, which is hold the whole body together. So it's believed if we're gonna remove the skin, the whole body gonna still get like hold together just because of the fascia. So fascia is basically supporting our skeleton, our muscles, our organs to keep everything in place. So you're not waking up having everything upside down. But what also do is that every night the new layer of fascia is growing over. So we call this a fascia fast. And then stretches and exercises help to burn this fascia fast to prevent us of stiffness. Because what's happening during the night as well, we are getting dehydrated. When we're getting dehydrated, the fascia is getting stiff and shrinking. Why? Because in 80% is made out of water. Pretty much like how all our body. But when we're not gonna stretch and we're not gonna do this burning of the fascia, it's gonna keep on growing, getting more and more stiff. Especially in terms of injury or some pains which we have, we tend to avoid exercising these parts, right? So then the fascia is just overgrowing them, and with the time we start to creating a knots. Yeah, so for example, like you see in here, you see what's happening with my clothing, everything moves to the side, right? So like you see now, my shorts goes up, and then here the whole top going to the side. So imagine if you now have let's say problem in here or in the lower back, the same case, everything gonna be pulled to the side. So for example, the problem is in here, but because we pull in from another side, the pain gonna be in the shoulder, for example. Is that clear? So it's always diagonal. So the pain can be in your knee, but the problem is coming from the hip, because we're pulling everything in here. It's pulling all the connecting tissue. We need to think about the body, that everything is connected, just like in the computer. You have a lot of parts, a lot of pieces. They have own processors and they're doing own jobs, and they are kind can exist without each other, but together they all creating like a computer, right? So we have 4 main types of fascia. So that's important to mention as well. So the front tape starts under your arches in here, goes through the inside of your legs, through your belly, all the way up into your jaw. So what can happen is that if you are stressing a lot at work, for example, that was my case, I was clenching my jaw a lot. I was working in retail, and trust me, it was clenching my jaw a lot. So I was not aware of the knots in my jaw until I started to do like face yoga, you know. But what I was aware, it was a pain in my feet. I had a massive knot in here, and there was no amount of the massage I could do to release the tension from that. And then sometime after, I found the knots in my face, and now I don't have knots anywhere anymore, because first of all, I fixed my mental state of quitting. Basically, I quit my job. That was the first move. So I removed the stressor. Of course, I'm not saying that this is what you should do, but for me, that was happened. I quit my job. I dedicate myself to yoga, to what I want to do. I start to practicing. I start to do face massage, releasing the tension from my face, clenching the jaw, and then slowly as well massage my feet. And this is how it releases. Because what's happened, if I pull in here, this all is pulled as well, right? Like as I mentioned before. Now, the side tape starts on the sides, goes through the IT bands in here, and now what's important is that it's crossing. It's crossing like this around of your ribs. So now, this is why maybe if you have tight hamstrings or tight legs in general, you may struggle in, for example, with this position. Because imagine, if there is already a knot in here, again, the restriction will also come in your twists. Okay, is that clear? Okay. Now, the last one, the back tape starts in your heels, goes through the back of your through your hamstring, through your lumbar spine. In here, you maybe, if you've seen the skeleton, is a massive white patch. So this one is the one which one you want to at least stretch in the morning. Then it goes all the way up through your trapezius, which is very big muscle. It has attachments in here, in your neck, and in the shoulders. So imagine any tension in here already is pulling everything from the bottom and everything from the back, and may already restrict my neck movements, for example. And the fascia goes all the way here and is finishing in your forehead. So, like I said, any tension in your trapezius, any tension in your shoulders may already affect your lower back and may already affect your neck. So, yeah, like you see, everything is connected.